as you know, it's the start of the school year. And as the start of the school year, it's going to get very, very hectic. Parents are trying to get their kids prepared, making sure that they're getting clothes, shoes, the school supplies, and sometimes, schools send a little list, and, well, it's not sometimes little, sometimes it's a little big, but it's a list of, Kleenexes and pencils and pens and paper and notebooks and et cetera, and all the things that they need, tools that they have to have in order to be successful through their school year. And we know that sometimes this can get a little expensive. And for some families, it's just not possible for them to come to school with things that are on that list. And they just simply can't afford it. We wanted to do something about it this year because we know how generous New Mexicans are. And we know there are a lot of efforts out there that want to help these families that are in need. I'm proud to say that nonprofits, local businesses, everyday New Mexicans are all pulling together for our kiddos. I see people who go to the grocery store, some of the larger stores, and just throw in 10 packages of the 3-ring notebook paper and 10 boxes of crayons and 10 packages of pencils, just things that they know they're going to need, but they don't have any children. And they're meant for the kids that are going to need it in their school districts. And so everyday New Mexicans do it as well. And so we're very, very lucky. But we also have a few others, such as U.S. Eagle Federal Credit Union, Farmington Independent School District, the Salvation Army, and Cricket Wireless also are collecting school supplies for the kiddos that can't afford the supplies that they're needing for school. They're going to all be collecting school supplies for all the kids at their locations. They'll be collecting pencils and pens, backpacks and notebooks, and the list, of course, as you know, goes on and on. U.S. Eagle has been hosting their school supply drive now for more than 20 years. They've donated truckloads of pens, paper, backpacks, clothing, and the list goes on. And then we thank you so much for doing it for so long, especially for our kiddos. Can you imagine that kindergartner that first received their first backpack from you is probably now entering, hopefully, college?
Good afternoon. I'm Kyle Rhodes, president of the Farmington School Board. On behalf of the Farmington School District, I want to thank Governor Martinez for being here. And more than that, we really appreciate your support for our school district, but also all the kids across the state of New Mexico, because your passion is well documented and the entire time you've been in office and even before. So we really appreciate you being here and supporting this program. We also want to extend a thank you to the folks here at the U.S. Eagle Federal Credit Union. What you do is very important. It makes a difference in kids' lives. Those kids that start school with something to start with that they can be successful with is very important. And so we really appreciate your help.
School Board President Kyle Rhodes, I also want to thank Governor Martinez and U.S. Eagle Federal Credit Union for pulling together in the support of our students. Governor, we thank you for making education an important part of your leadership mission. As Secretary Scander is fond of saying, kids are first, New Mexico wins. Your visibility and commitment to improving the lives of children through education is noticed and applauded. Today and in the upcoming year, students throughout New Mexico are winners because of your commitment to education. Danielle, to the staff of U.S. Eagle Federal Credit Union, I also say thank you for your generosity. The gifts that you bring and will be collecting speak well of your personal and corporate ethic. Your CEO, Marcia Majors, and Alan Varela, the U.S. Eagle Federal Credit Union Senior VP for Strategic Development and Marketing, both of whom are my friends, would be very proud of what you have done for our community today.
Thank you, Dr. Schmidt. And thank you for the Farmington Municipal School Partnership and U.S. Eagle Federal Credit Union to help the kids that are in need. As Governor Susana Martinez just stated, nonprofits, local businesses, and everyday New Mexicans are pulling together right now to support children and families in need. And it is through their efforts that a difference will be made in the lives of those children and families. 3 months ago, Pull Together was started with the intent to enlist parents, families, community members, and young people in the fight to make sure our children are safe, cared for, and ready to succeed. And there is no better way to ensure that our children are ready to succeed in the classroom than by helping them get the necessary tools that they'll need to get started in the school year and have them prepared and ready to learn. The organizations, businesses, and individuals mentioned here today are wonderful examples of how important communities are improving the equality of life for our children. And their actions truly embody the spirit of Pull Together. I encourage everyone to visit pulltogether.org and get more information on where you can donate school supplies in your area. And I also encourage everyone to visit pulltogether.org to get information on other ways that you can improve the quality of life for a child. Whether it's easily finding services in your area to help those in need, finding ways to donate your time and treasure for children in need, or finding low to no cost activities to do with your family, pulltogether.org is an excellent resource for all of that. Thank you for joining us today, and please remember, as New Mexicans, it's up to all of us to make the lives of our children better. Thank you.